Sophia Richter.
And I'm Ailey Robinson.
And we're here to talk about our experience as young women who code and why it is so important that young women get the opportunity to code. Technovation is a global competition where teams of young women design and code an application that solves a real-world problem. The competition also has an entrepreneurial aspect that encourages young women to get involved in technology. Our team was sponsored by Montana Code Girls.
Our app was made and addressed to the issue of depression. It contains a self-evaluating test tool so then you can answer questions to see if you have symptoms of being severely depressed or even not depressed at all. The test was made off of the PHQ-9 test questionnaire, which psychologists today typically use to evaluate a patient to see if they do have depression or not. We also worked with our school psychologist to make sure that everything was valid, every question was valid, and every coping resource or suggestion that we gave to the user of the app was also valid with backed up science.
The app also contains a history function where a user can see the results of past tests, and most importantly, the app helps someone cope with depression by giving them helpful tips and resources in which they can use. Anyone who is diagnosed with depression or suspects they may have depression can use this application as a self-test tool.
So creating this app helped us understand depression and helped us understand how to help someone else with depression also. By attempting to solve a problem using coding, the Technovation Challenge gave us a better understanding of how to code and how the whole business aspect and coding aspect of creating an app.
We strongly believe that all people, including young women, should learn how to get involved with technology and coding. Technology is a growing industry that is mainly dominated by the male population, and by getting young women to be interested in technology and not shying away from it, we can have a position in that growing industry. Women need to be represented in the sciences.
So in our experience, there hasn't been much exposure to coding. My first time learning about coding was in 8th grade. We had this semester-long class of just learning how to block code, and we just made like little simple games that helped us understand kind of the process of coding, which it was fairly extensive, but we could have learned more.
In my experience, it was just one class for one day, and that was all anyone had exposure to coding. And I never really knew how it worked or why it was important until I joined the Technovation program, and I learned the logistics of how to do it, and I actually learned how to code. And I think that it's amazingly important for everyone, especially young women, to learn how to do that.
So that's one reason why we feel like programs like Montana Code Girls should be able to reach out to more people and grow as companies and be able to go to more schools and teach more young people about coding and teach them how it's actually really fun and that you can do a lot with it. And we feel like it's just a really great program to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.